What's up, everybody? Welcome back to Structure. I'm H. This is E,
What
and
up?
we
What up?
hope you guys had a great weekend. We're back, and
Yeah.
this is gonna be a review of Billions Season 6, Episode 3. E, let them know.
Listen, I know we had a lot to say about the past two episodes, but this episode, I believe, Billions is back with a smile. H, let's get unstructured.
Let's go. All right. So, like one of the final scenes in in this episode, they're taking back the show. Take back the show. Essentially,
Yes.
that's what was this episode was about. We've been no secret. We've been very tough on the show the last couple of episodes,
Uh huh.
but they're finally finding
Some of
the
the
rhythm.
advice, yeah,
They're
they're
finding like that chemistry again, and I guess that chemistry has to do with less Prince on the screen, more Chuck, more of the old cast. Bring my feedback.
hence the
Bring
title of
Dollar
our last
Bill.
episode. Go on.
Yeah, it was so refreshing. I mean, I'm not gonna say it was excellent. It was perfect, but it gave you those same
It
butterflies,
gave,
same
it gave you
feelings.
somewhat of the same vibes, just like the new era of things where they're trying to make things nicer or whatever. So, in my opinion, it's sort of like Mike Prince kicks ass with a smile and shakes their hand after the game. And so it's sort of, he was ruthless, but not all the way, not 100, maybe like he gave it like 70 or 80,
Yeah, so we seen that last episode we found out that his goal is to bring the Olympics to New York, and the reason for that is to get his wife back,
which is insane,
to
but
get his
go
baby
on.
back. But you
Yeah.
know that's
Billionaire games, I
he's pulling
guess.
some kind of Drake type of scheme here
Yeah.
to get his lady. So we see that that's his goal, and Chuck now knows what the goal is in regards to Mike Prince wanting to bring the Olympics back
Uh huh.
or bring into New York, and he's gonna get in the way. So this is gonna be our story for this particular season, and we are seeing how this is affecting everyone. We have said in the past that if this was true, Wax was not gonna stay in the company. He would have left.
Exactly.
It feels like he's out of place in the show,
Yeah.
but
He
we
found his
finally
way.
see that there might be some way they can utilize and kind of make it make it enjoyable for us to see on the screen, and that's gonna be Wax and Scooter having
Exactly.
this back and forth, maybe being a
Let's start a
team
new
against each other.
hashtag Swooter.
Wooder?
Swooter. Wags and Scooter together because you see
That
them.
sounds dirty, but I'm not gonna touch that.
But you see them at odds for like the first two episodes, and now they finally put away the hatches and try to build a friendship, and they find that they have some type of
They have things in common.
commonalities.
Essentially,
Yeah,
the same
they
person.
have
in a
some
way.
likes
Yeah.
and everything. So, and they both respect each other, which is hard because they were at each other's throats before. So I think that this is the beginning of a good friendship.
And let me
And
ask you,
and it was legitimate too. Like it was
it
you.
felt good. It
If
felt
you were in that situation, you would at first not like the person, and then after a while, you'd be like, "Why don't I like this person? Let me try." And things went well.
Let me ask you how do you feel about seeing Dollar Bill and seeing my feedback on the show? Although very
Yes,
limited, but they
yes.
bring that little seasoning that was missing as
It
well.
was great to have Dollar Bill and Mafi back because Dollar Bill has so much personality. Like he's just everything that he's done in the series, from the second family in Long Island or whatever, it's just been insane. And so just having that energy and that personality and seeing them in their new situation, their new venture, they're working on trying to build their own capital firm, and they're little fledgling and whatnot, and they're about to get wiped out. Wendy tells them not to do it. They do it anyhow. And even after they get beat and nearly wiped out and extinct, basically, they offer him an olive branch. They say, hey, come into the fold. We'll give you some money. It's all good. We want you on a team. And this is the new way or the new world order in Mike Prince's world, I believe.
No, so you know what was really cool to see in the show as well is the return to the wrestling references, and this is because the show
Okay.
runners they seem to enjoy wrestling a lot. We see in one scene one of the characters, one of the analysts, he was wearing a Austin 316 T-shirt from Stone
Yeah, I
Cold
saw
Steve
that.
Austin,
Uh huh.
and then when we have Mafi, Dollar Bill, and Wendy in the same scene, they're talking about how much. they are being destroyed by them. Or you come here and you're gonna
He
like
took
dunk
him
me down and pile
big,
drive me, and
yeah,
she goes like, "Oh no, don't worry, your head is safely tucked between my legs." It's like pile driver move,
yep,
and kayfabe using some wrestling lingo, which is something that's been characteristic of this particular show from the beginning. There's
hmm
always been those references to the WWE, to wrestling, etc. So we see that be returned back into the banter of the show.
yeah, and you also see Chuck. Chuck has. We saw that he had his path from last week, and now we see him venturing down that path, and he is a man of the people, as he said he would do. He has done. He has rallied the troops and given Mike Prince a warning shot. While Mike Prince was supposed to do his victory lap, Chuck interrupted the victory lap and put Mike Prince on notice. So things are about to heat up, which is what we were looking for. We were looking for that action, and it seems like they're about to bring it.
And we're seeing that further rupture between Kate and Chuck. The Kate is going along with Chuck's saying, but she's not 100% convinced. And my prediction on this is
Yep, you
towards
see it
the end of the
coming.
show, because I do believe this is the final season. This is gonna be Chuck taking down Mike Prince and Kate taking down Chuck, having Kate just come out on top at the end. You know, the
Yeah, I think
protege
that's
becomes
definitely
the
going to
master
happen.
in a way, right?
Exactly. Exactly. And Chuck will happily retire because he knows that he built an amazing protege. So that dynamic, I think, is brewing in the background. What about Wendy and her conversation with Ben, where they had the conflicts of whether to take down Dollar Bill's firm or not?
Yeah, I mean, we see that Wendy is Wendy's another one that's struggling to find her place in this new organization. There's someone that was very loyal to to Axe, in
Yeah.
love with Axe, and now she's left, in the wind, and she's struggling to find his place. And the character essentially is reminding her of that. Like, so if you like these people, just like we're all friends.
Yeah.
Why don't you do something about it, right? And this
Exactly.
is what prompts her to go and talk to Mafi and to Dollar Bill.
Yeah, even after she told Ben not to do it, she went and did it anyhow, which was interesting, right? They still didn't believe her, and I think that this was a big part of it is because she said that she had already programmed them to think that way.
Yeah.
All these years, she already programmed them.
They're using
Hey,
her
don't trust the
teachings. Yep.
messenger. They're only doing deals from a perspective of win loss. Like I win, you lose, as opposed to a win win, which I think is ultimately what Mike Prince is trying to introduce this new concept in business of a win win for the capital, so the capital firms.
I mean, it is a win-win at the end of it all, but he is destroying some businesses. He almost destroyed my fee and dollar bill. He probably ruined some people's finances in the real
So
world.
so so here's the thing, right? Because he went to all of them, like you say, he went to them all, and he said, "Hey." Basically, it reminds me again of a Jay Z song. Actually, even Stay Proper. You get down and lay down, like get on the team, or get devoured. And they decided not to join him. So he said, "Hey, I'm gonna do what I do. You do what you do." And Mike Prince came out on top.
You know what's funny? Every time this stuff happens, it seems that they bring Todd Krakow every single time. From when Axe was in the show to many
He's such a
storylines,
punching bag.
he's always
He's such a punching bag.
he's always the scapegoat. He's
Yeah.
always taking the brunt.
hmm
Do you remember any time in this show, except for
When he won,
that he's got to win, except when he became Secretary of State,
and
right?
then he still lost
And
in
he
that
still
too.
lost at the end. Like he was completely taken out. Like
Yeah.
he's a total joke in the show. And every time we see him on screen, you know it's gonna be a good time. His
Exactly.
storylines have not failed.
Nope.
He's always the actor Danny Strong. He always portrays the character really really well.
Yeah.
So I always enjoy watching whenever I see Krakow on the screen. I'm like, yeah, he's
Yep.
gonna get
It's
real.
about to happen.
He starts to poster up. I'm gonna devour you, and you know he ain't not gonna do nothing. He's
Exactly.
just gonna probably end up being the scapegoat at the end of it all.
Yeah, yeah, and what happened was he ended up joining the team.
Yeah, he was like, as he's saying, I'm gonna destroy you, but he reluctantly joined Mike Prince. And now this takes us to what we see in the final scene. That as they are preparing to announce their partnership and this new business deal that's gonna bring the Olympics, is gonna bring all these new housing developments
Yes, let's
in a
talk about
different
that.
way, very
Let's talk.
modern.
Let's talk about that for a second, H. Because how did Mike Prince do it? He got the mayor on his side to say, "Hell no, we're not having any stadiums in here is going to be disruptive. It's not what we're looking for. I won't have it on my watch, period. And don't say anything else, right? And after he got the mayor to say that, he comes back to the mayor and is like, hey, listen,
Change your plans.
we're going to switch it up. We're going to do a stadium, and let's get you on board with this. This is completely different, which was ruthless, but he actually killed Krakow's deal because of that, right?
No, because you see, he went initially to Krakow to make the deal. Join my team. We'll join my land that I'm already I'm purchasing from New York and your land, and then we get the permits, we get the stadium created, right? So he goes when he doesn't get that deal, he changes the plan.
That's right.
Okay, let's build. I'm gonna make the major. He sold that to the major. Build agrees to build the stadium on his side of the land.
Exactly.
When he knew this was gonna cause some collateral damage, forcing all the investors on Krakow's side to living in the wind. He knows that Krakow is not gonna put on his own money as he's fronted.
No.
Are you gonna put $1 billion of your money?
No.
He wasn't gonna do that. And by he declining to do that, he's forced to join.
He's forced to join Mike Prince.
Mike Prince, and Mike
Exactly.
Prince brings his. You know what? This can be a great win, Miss Mayor. This could be a situation where you come back and you put so much pressure on
the billionaires.
investors and the billionaires that they're not going to pay for this groundbreaking housing project.
Yes.
For the city of New York.
That's the way. That's the framing. That's the Axelrod way that we were looking for. And we call it something different, but I still
think
get my
Axe would
way.
have dropped a nuclear bomb there. Axe would have been like, "You're broke. I'm gonna just take your company."
That is very true.
Someone
You
may
would've said
have,
that.
may have not died
Yeah.
if Axe was involved. You know how Axe rolls.
Yeah,
He
that-
does not care.
Yeah,
He's a
you're,
honey badger.
you're right. You know what? Someone would have been sitting in their office completely destroyed and depressed, and then he comes in and gives them a win.
Give me camera two real quick.
Go ahead.
Guys, if you made it this far into the video, thank you so much. Give the video a like. It helps our channel grow, helps us a lot. So thank you for doing that. If you want to support us even
Yeah.
further, go ahead and subscribe. That even takes us to the next step. And let us know in the comments, how do you think Axe would have handled this deal? Would he just taking everybody's company, destroy everyone involved? Would he have made the same deal as Mike Prince? Let us know in the comments.
That's right. Hey, there's a lot of stuff going on. I'm excited. What do you think's going to happen in the next episode?
Well, we're gonna see a further development of these actions because we left the cliffhanger is Mike
Chuck?
has already come out with his plan of bringing the Olympics.
Yeah.
Chuck has already come out with his plan of ruining any plan that Mike Prince has. As a matter of fact, he doesn't care.
Yeah.
His goal is to take him down because he's a little burned from what happened previously on the last season. So we're gonna see a further development on that. I can see a further rupture between Kate and Chuck. And we're gonna see maybe
Yeah, she's begrudgingly going
hopefully
along
more
with things.
involvement of my fee and Dollar Bill into the show. What about you?
I think you're right. There's definitely going to be some friction between Chuck and Mike Prince. I think the next episode is going to be a lot more character development, situational development. But I think in the 2 episodes down the line, we're going to see some real bumping heads on that particular episode. But either way, we will be here for those episodes. Like H said, go ahead, give it a like and subscribe. And check us out next time. But until the next time, I'm E, this is H, and we are
Unstructured.
That's right.